So you probably heard the news. It's pretty wild. A massive collection of data dubbed the mother of all breaches just hit the internet. We're talking about a staggering 26 billion records, and within that, 16 billion passwords leaked in what is easily the largest data breach ever. That number is almost hard to comprehend. It's a combination of countless past breaches from sites like LinkedIn, Twitter, Dropbox, and many, many more, all compiled into one giant searchable database. This isn't just a small leak, it's a flood, and it means there's a very real chance your information, your passwords, your digital identity could be exposed right now. This is one of those moments where you have to stop what you're doing and take a minute to check your accounts. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being smart and proactive. The data is out there, and attackers are already using it. So the question you should be asking yourself is my data part of that leak? Are my accounts safe? The good news is there are concrete steps you can take to lock things down, and it's not as complicated as you might think. We need to build better digital habits, starting today. Given how much of our lives are on social media, we're going to focus on two of the biggest platforms out there. These are the accounts that often contain a ton of personal information, photos and connections, making them prime targets for hackers. So, in this video, we're going to get straight to the point. No fluff. Here are 5 essential tips to protect your Facebook and Instagram accounts right now. Let's get into it. Alright, first up, and this might sound obvious, but it is fundamentally the most important step, using strong, unique passwords. I know, you've heard it a million times. But let's be real. How many of you are still using the same password, or a slight variation of it for multiple websites? That's exactly how these massive breaches become so dangerous. A hacker gets your password from one old, forgotten website, and suddenly they have the key to your email, your social media, your banking, everything. Reusing passwords is like using the same key for your house, your car, and your office. It's convenient until someone finds that one key. So what makes a password strong? It's not just about adding a number and a capital letter to your dog's name. A truly strong password is long, ideally 12 to 16 characters or more, and it's a random mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. The key here is randomness. Something like tar0 ub4door and 3 is okay, but something like q8#zv$ at pe!k2 rt*b is infinitely better because it's completely unpredictable. It's not a word, it's not a name, it's just a random string of characters that would take a computer literally centuries to crack through brute force. Now you're probably thinking, how am I supposed to remember that? And you're not. This is where a password manager comes in. This is non-negotiable in 2024. Apps like 1Password, Bitwarden, or even the built-in password managers in Google Chrome and Apple's iCloud keychain will generate these super strong, unique passwords for every single one of your accounts and remember them for you. You only have to remember one master password, the one to unlock the manager itself. So make that one extra strong and let the software handle the rest. This single change drastically reduces your vulnerability. Okay, so you've set up strong, unique passwords for your accounts. That's a huge step forward. But what if someone still manages to get one of your passwords, maybe through a phishing scam or malware on your computer? This is where the second layer of your defense comes in, and it's a big one. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA. Think of it like this. Your password is the key to your front door. Two-factor authentication is the deadbolt on the inside that requires a second, separate key that only you have in that moment. It makes it exponentially harder for an unauthorized person to get in, even if they have your password. Turning on 2FA is one of the single most effective things you can do to secure your accounts. When you try to log in from a new device, after you enter your password, the service will ask for a second piece of information. This is usually a temporary 6-digit code. The most common method, and one you should try to avoid if possible, is getting this code via SMS text message. It's better than nothing, but it's vulnerable to something called SIM swapping, where a hacker tricks your cell provider into transferring your phone number to their device. A much more secure method is to use an authenticator app. Apps like Google Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, or Authy generate these time-sensitive codes directly on your phone, completely independent of your phone number. It's a simple download, and setting it up on Facebook and Instagram takes just a couple of minutes in the security settings. The best method, if the service supports it, is a physical security key like a YubiKey. This is a small USB device that you plug into your computer or tap on your phone to approve a login. It's basically unphishable. For your most important accounts, this is the gold standard. Tip number 3. Regularly update your passwords. So, this next tip used to be standard advice, but honestly, its nuance has changed a bit over the years. The old wisdom was to change your passwords every 60 or 90 days, just for the sake of it. But that can sometimes lead to what we call password fatigue, where people just make small, predictable changes, like swapping password 2023 for password 2024. And well, that doesn't really improve your security. The modern approach is definitely more strategic. You don't need to change your passwords on a rigid schedule if, and this is a big if, you're already using a password manager to create strong, unique passwords for every site. The critical time to change your password is when you know there's a risk. So if you hear about a data breach at a service you use, like this mother of all breaches, you should immediately go and change the password for that specific service. And if you were reusing that password anywhere else, which you really shouldn't be, thanks to tip number 1, you need to change it on all of those other accounts as well. This is basically damage control. You're closing the door before anyone who found the key has a chance to use it. A good password manager can actually help with this. Many of them have a watchtower or security audit feature that actively monitors the web for data breaches. It can cross-reference the list of breach sites with the sites you have saved in your vault and alert you if one of your accounts has been compromised. This turns a reactive, panicked process into a proactive, manageable one. It will tell you, hey, your password for this site appeared in a breach, you should change it. That's a really powerful tool for staying on top of your security hygiene without the constant, unnecessary busy work. Tip number 4. Be wary of phishing attempts. Now let's talk about the human element, because honestly, the strongest password in the world won't protect you if you get tricked into giving it away. This is called phishing, and it's actually one of the most common ways hackers gain access to accounts. Phishing attacks are basically scams designed to steal your sensitive information, like your username, password, or two-factor authentication codes. They usually come in the form of an email or a direct message that looks like it's from a legitimate company, like Instagram or Facebook. It might say something urgent, like suspicious activity detected on your account, click here to verify your identity, or you've won a prize, log in to claim it. These messages are designed to create a sense of panic or excitement, so you act quickly without thinking. When you click the link, it takes you to a fake login page that looks identical to the real Facebook or Instagram page. It's a pixel-for-pixel copy. You enter your username and password, and boom, you've just handed your credentials directly to the attacker. They can then log into your real account, change your password, and lock you out. It's incredibly effective because it preys on our trust and our emotions. So how do you spot these? First, always be skeptical of unsolicited messages, especially those with an urgent call to action. Look closely at the sender's email address. Often it will be slightly off, like security@facebook0k-support.com. Hover your mouse over the link before you click it to see the actual URL it's going to. If it looks suspicious or doesn't match the official domain, just don't click it. The safest bet is to never click login links in emails or DMs. Instead, if you think there might be a real issue, close the message, open your web browser, and manually type in facebook.com or instagram.com to log in and check your account directly. Tip number 5. Check for unauthorized logins. Our final tip is all about vigilance. It's like a regular security checkup that you can and really should do for your important accounts. Both Facebook and Instagram keep a detailed log of every device that is currently logged into your account and a history of recent login activity. This is your digital audit trail. By reviewing it periodically, you can spot any suspicious activity early, before a hacker has a chance to do serious damage. It's kind of like checking the security camera footage for your house to make sure no one has been snooping around. To find this on Facebook, you go to Settings and Privacy, then Settings, then Security and Login. You'll see a section called Where You're Logged In. On Instagram, it's Settings, then Security, then Login Activity. Both will show you a list of all the active sessions, including the type of device, the location, and the date and time of the login. Take a moment to scroll through this list. Do you recognize all of these devices and locations? If you see a login from a city you've never been to, or from an Android phone when you only use an iPhone, that's a massive red flag. If you find a device or a session that you don't recognize, you can immediately take action. There will be an option right next to that suspicious login to log out. Click it. This will remotely terminate that session, kicking the intruder out of your account. After you do that, your very next step should be to immediately change your password, following the advice from tip number 1. This ensures that even if they have your old password, they can't get back in. Making this a regular habit, maybe once a month, is a simple but powerful way to maintain control over your digital security. So, that's it. 5 straightforward, actionable steps you can take right now to significantly beef up the security on your Facebook and Instagram accounts. We covered using a password manager for strong, unique passwords, enabling two-factor authentication with an authenticator app, strategically updating your passwords after a breach, learning how to spot and avoid phishing scams, and regularly reviewing your login activity. None of these are particularly difficult, but together, they create a robust, multi-layered defense that makes you a much harder target for bad actors. Don't just watch this video and think, oh, that's good advice. The time to act is now. That list of 16 billion leaked passwords isn't going away. Take 15 minutes after you finish this video, go into your settings, and start implementing these changes. Start with enabling two-factor authentication. It will give you the most security for the least amount of effort. Then, get a password manager set up. It might feel like a chore at first, but once it's part of your workflow, it makes everything both easier and more secure. Your digital life is worth protecting. This is a continuous effort, not a one-time fix. The landscape of online security is always changing, so staying informed is key. We'll be covering more tech tips and security deep dives in future videos. If you found this helpful, a like on the video is always appreciated, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss the next one. Let me know in the comments which of these tips you're implementing first. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay safe online.